Stories by Snoowood Studios. Like and subscribe right now, you hooligans.
r/AskReddit. What is something you are hiding from everyone you know?
15 years ago I won $100,000 on the scratch lottery ticket and never told anyone. One thing that was really helpful is that I was actually traveling for work and I stopped at the gas station to put gas in the rental. This will probably narrow it down, but it was in a state where they don't release the names of lottery winners, plus the fact that I was about 3,000 miles away from where I lived on the East Coast, so even if my name had appeared in the newspaper or on the Lottery Commission's website, it's unlikely anybody would have seen it. I was actually doing okay financially at the time, but I did use some of the money to pay down my credit cards and also was able to put a down payment on a new car which I desperately needed. The rest I put in investments and then put about $10,000 aside as an emergency fund, and to this day I still have that $10,000. It's nice to know that it's there should something catastrophic happen. This account. I bought the expensive biscuits and I'm hiding them so no one asks me for any. I've been craving a drink for the last month, but I refuse every time. In October I'll have 5 years of sobriety, but holy, this season makes me want a fruity vodka drink. Edit. Wow, thanks for the reward. I'm secretly funding a college savings account to put all my nieces and nephews through school. Nobody in the family knows about it. From the outside looking in, my life looks pretty good. Decent marriage, grown kids, grandkids, also, not mine, one kid of my own, grown and lives in another state. That kid is never going to be okay. I can't pinpoint it. Works a little, not enough, definitely has anxiety issues, depression, perhaps some other stuff. I love him so much, but I think about him all the time. I worry and stress. He doesn't have friends. He makes me sad, very sad. I visit him often because otherwise I don't think he leaves his house or talks to anyone. 2 years ago I was diagnosed with incurable cancer. I am okay for now, but I don't know what will happen to him when I am gone. I think he will kill himself, honestly, I do. I don't like my stepkids or the grandkids that much. I put on a smile every day about them. I fake it every day. My husband has no idea. I have been with him for 22 years and he has no idea that I don't want anything to do with them. But truthfully, if I could easily get out of my marriage, I might. My husband cheated on me with multiple women, not relationships, escorts, for several years. He only stopped after I caught him for the 3rd time. He went into treatment and it stopped being an issue. The trust is broken. My self-esteem was destroyed. I hate having sex with him. But now with the cancer, and being close to 60, and having signed a prenup that entitles me to almost nothing, I can't really leave. I hate my life. I wanted to refuse treatment when I found out I had cancer. I thought, this is it, my way out. I am so tired of taking care of people and being fake. The only reason I did the treatment was because I was afraid of leaving my son behind with no one. But truthfully, I would rather be dead. My life is sad and lonely, and I am spending what is left of it with someone I love but don't respect, with his children and grandchildren, whom I would leave behind in a heartbeat if I had the chance, and I am lonely and afraid. But if you saw me or talked to me, you would think I was the nicest lady with such a cool family and so much love. What a farce. I kind of like being overweight. When I was thin, I got a lot of unwanted attention from guys, but now that I'm an overweight, middle-aged lady, I can just exist without worrying if some weirdo is watching me, 'cause no one is. It's such a relief. I'm actually Batman. I eat tulips in the bathroom. I dated a girl across the world for 9 months during COVID via dating app, then Instagram. I didn't take it seriously at first and would just send funny memes until one day she asked, when are we going to have our first date? We ended up downloading food delivery apps in the countries we lived in and would send surprise meals to each other for our video calls. It was seriously the best thing to happen during the insanity of COVID. Never told my family. I dated a girl across the world for 9 months during COVID via dating app then Instagram. I didn't take it seriously at first and would just send funny memes until one day she asked when are we going to have our first date. We ended up downloading food delivery apps in the countries we lived in and would send surprise meals to each other for our video calls. It was seriously the best thing to happen during the insanity of COVID. Never told my family. Due to working every bit of overtime, frugal spending and investing over my career, I have far more money than my parents and siblings and never have to worry about it. My employer is secretly conducting an executive search to replace my boss. My boss has made some strategic errors and keeps doubling down on the failed strategies. She needs to go. Maybe I'll be collateral damage, but I don't care. I got tipped off by a reliable source who was being courted by my employer for my boss's role. I'm tired of trying to help my boss see the error of her ways. Now I'm just sitting back, eating popcorn, and waiting for the axe to fall. Note: my boss isn't a bad person or bad manager, just a soul who can't break out of her cognitive biases. It happens to all of us and is a reminder to stay humble and curious. I bought a display coffin from a salvage yard as a project piece a few months ago and stored it in my basement crawl space. Forgot about it. I just gave my landlords an inspection tour. I deactivated, uninstalled all of my socials where I actually knew the people. This is the only one left and that's because I don't actually know anyone, and stopped responding to everyone. Normally that wouldn't be a thing to hide, but it's been over a week and only 2 people have noticed. I realized that literally 0 of the people I know, who I'm not in a relationship with, care about anything important to me. Family or friend, most of them will blatantly ignore my attempts to connect with them, even about their own interests and posts, talking to them directly or publicly, but especially about anything in my own life. People tolerate me because I serve a purpose to them. Usually it's the role of the therapist. I am a friend to them, but we are not friends, if that makes sense. It's been really peaceful taking a week off from being a therapist, honestly, but the illusion of community being removed is really lonely. I am 2 credits away from graduating college. I got a job a week after I thought I had graduated, and they never asked for my diploma. 10 years later, I am an estimator project manager at a great company, and no one has ever asked to see my diploma. My family, friends, everyone thinks I graduated.
Like and subscribe right now. Bye for you hooligans.